Montana, there's a town where the wind is blowing down from the mountain over the plain. When it's blowing hard all across the schoolyard, kids want to use it for a change. It blows and blows for hours, why not use the wind for power?
Park High students are using scientific method to harness the limitless energy of a wild force of nature. The steps of scientific method can be used to turn the dream of wind energy into reality.
When you ask a question,
The first step is to brainstorm questions. Lewis Gunn, a science teacher, helps students unlock the secrets of wind energy.
In Livingston, with the resources that we have, the question really is, why are we not using wind power? And wind power, or wind energy, will also provide a platform for us to conduct a variety of different investigations. Anything from how does the pitch of a blade affect the output of a wind turbine to how does the velocity of the wind affect the amount of energy you can capture from a wind turbine.
So how much money would it cost?
Beautiful, that's great.
How much power would it actually generate?
Nice.
And does it have any backups if the wind's not blowing?
Cutting down electricity, cheaper. So we have more money for the town. Build another skate park.
Better one.
Better one. Concrete one.
Why not wind is the essential question. But to form a completely testable hypothesis, the students need to research the variables of harnessing wind for energy. The members of the Wind for Schools task force traveled to Judith Gap, Montana to visit the wind farm. After brainstorming questions, they must research how others have addressed the problem.
Going out and talking to the experts in the world is first-hand research. I mean, these people have basically done what you're trying to do, and they know they're the smartest people in the world about what you're trying to pull off. And as much as you can collaborate with them, probably the less problems you're going to have, and the less times you're going to have to repeat basically your scientific method. So talking with the experts it's a great thing.
The task force learned that cutting-edge propeller blade design mimics whale flukes. The rotor reaches 390 feet into the sky, and it requires a buried concrete foundation 48 feet wide and 7 feet deep. At Judith Gap Wind Farm, every turbine creates 1.5 megawatts, enough energy to power 500 homes.
Thank you so much.
In addition to visiting the wind farm, task force members visited composite materials labs, researched the internet, and spoke with the local energy providers. It was way past time to choose a testable hypothesis.
Big density.
After researching the problem, they must choose a hypothesis.
It blows and blows for hours, why not use the wind for power?
The Wind for Schools task force honed down their questions into a hypothesis. Will a 5-kilowatt wind turbine power Park High Stadium?
When you ask a question, it leads to another question.
After choosing a hypothesis, they must conduct experiments.
Inquire.
Science requires experimentation, and experimentation allows us to collect the necessary data to inform our questions. So using different statistical models and mathematics, we can make with some degree of certainty, we can know if some phenomenon is valid. So, wind power employs a lot of opportunity for the scientific method, and testing our hypotheses and posing new questions.
Testing variables and using controls, the Wind for Schools Task Force investigated locations, propeller configurations, and tower materials. From this data, they were able to draw conclusions. After conducting experiments, they draw conclusions.
One thing that students must learn to do is interpret their data, use statistics to really accurately answer the question and either accept or refute their hypothesis.
From their experiments, they were able to choose the best location, order a turbine and choose the best propellers, and start building.
If we can begin, get our energy from wind, then our knowledge will spread like fire. It blows and blows for hours, why not use the wind for power?
Put together a PowerPoint presentation to show different groups like the school board, and so they've had a lot to do with getting the project rolling.
After drawing conclusions, they must communicate their results.
Kids can use a variety of different techniques for publishing their results. They can use the internet, they can use journals, use just video cast or a podcast, and share that information with other students across the country.
The Wind for Schools Task Force successfully used the scientific method, brainstorming questions, researching how others have addressed the problem, choosing a hypothesis, conducting experiments, drawing conclusions, communicating results, and posing a new question.
Because the scientific method is really a cycle. It doesn't really have a starting point and an ending point. It's something that continues on.